is in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They go play action with Burrow. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Full to run show Fatukasi. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. We talk about Jamar Chase. One of the things that really stands out, his ability to take ordinary plays and then turn those into big ones. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Next is Washington 7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bear. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Barton. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game.
But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. This is Elliott. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off the play fake. Byer. He finds his man Johnson. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Bear. He finds his man. Complete. It's Crawford.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Gallup getting it on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Back to throw. Byer. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the win. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Jamar Chase, an 80-yard touchdown. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and through, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
To throw on second down. Bear swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Byer. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harrison. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. From the gun, Bear. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Byer going for the deep ball. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Gibson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point safely through. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and
4. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Bear. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
On the counter, Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 1st and 10, Byer. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some space here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with, a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down. Here's Burrow. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run the toss now with Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster in the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Here's Elliott. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Fancy footwork in midfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Bear. He finds his man. Complete. It's Crawford. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On first down, it's Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 16. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. A beautiful fake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll go again with Gibson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Gibson here running out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Once more, Gibson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Washington going to send out their punter as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Cowboys on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Byer. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Squeeze, double.
One more time with Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Behind. 180. 180.
56 is the mark. You.
They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be just their second of the year if they could hold on. Out there, set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On the draw, it's Gibson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Elliott running right. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Hey, can.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. I'm going back to you.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Checking in on Houston, it's in the 4th quarter there. The Broncos, they're continuing to pour it on. A win, if they can get it, would be their 1st on the year. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And some good, tough running, but he's still going to be stopped about a yard short. So it's Washington getting the victory here. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the 1st quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the 1st quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.